So this LeBron guy showed us a lot of promise tonight. He had a double-double. The kid has got a ton of potential. Nah, I'm just kidding. It was great to see the King play his first game for the Lakers tonight at age 40. And it went just about as well as you could have hoped for as a Lakers fan. The real story of this game was how Luka continued his MVP campaign with another majestic performance. But this video is about LeBron. I want to break down his performance, how he was able to get his teammates involved, how he was able to break down the Jazz defense as he's done throughout his entire career. Alright, so before I get into the news and kind of my reaction to this game, let's go over some game film. It did take LeBron the first 5 minutes of the game to kind of feel things out and get up to speed, but in the late first, he really got going. Here in transition, Luka makes the outlet pass, and LeBron with a full head of steam, even at age 40, draws 3 help defenders inside, which leaves Jake LaRavia wide open for the corner 3. Great pass, and LaRavia has been balling early on this season. Next here, this is just too easy. LeBron pump fakes and gets to a favorable post-up spot, and as soon as he spun and freed himself, the entire Jazz defense thought he was going to shoot that ball. I did as well. But we all know LeBron is a pass-first player and always has been. He throws the lob to Ayton. Very creative play. And I think we are going to see a lot of this type of stuff from LeBron this season. He's still going to get his scoring in. There's no doubt about that. I bet he will average 17 or 18 points a game. But the dude might average a double-double with assists because he's so good at adjusting his game to what the team needs and how his body is feeling. This play here shows just how different LeBron's game is now compared to his prime. Normally 10 years ago, he's taking this all the way to the rack like a freight train, and he probably still could do that, but that's just unnecessary contact at this age. But he makes the smart play and pulls back for 3. It was wet like water. 3 is better than 2 anyways in today's game. I know I've said it like 4 times already, but it's crazy how much LeBron has adapted his game to keep up with the current times. Moving on here, I just love this play so much. It's another transition opportunity. LeBron gets the outlet pass. I know some of these guys were definitely getting flashbacks. The whole stadium thought LeBron was going to finish through the contact for an and one, but nope, he still keeps his head up and finds the cutting Reeves for the easy uncontested layup. Now for the bonus play in garbage time. Here is Bronny. JJ Redick has been super pissed at his lack of aggressiveness. There was one time he literally screamed at him to shoot the ball and he's been getting benched because of it. And finally he let one fly and hit it. This one got the stadium fired up. If Bronny wants any sort of playing time at all now that this team is fully healthy, he's going to need to be more aggressive and have some confidence on the offensive end of the floor, because this is the NBA. You could be the greatest defender in the world, but if you can't score, you're not going to play, because it's just the current NBA thrives on offense. Looking at the numbers from this game in total for the Lakers, Luka played 34 minutes. He had 37 points, 5 rebounds, and 10 assists, 5 rebounds short of a triple-double. He showed up defensively as well with 4 steals. He did turn the ball over 8 times, and that's kind of been a point of emphasis if the Lakers offense really wants to become a peak version or like the best version of themselves. He did turn the ball over 8 times, and that's kind of been a point of emphasis by a lot of talk shows. If the Lakers really want to maximize their offense and reach that ceiling that everyone talks about, they're going to have to limit the turnovers. But overall, he continued his MVP campaign. He had so many shots in the first half, rim out, that should have went in, but he stayed composed, and once he got going, the Jazz defense had no answer. DeAndre Ayton had 20 points and 14 rebounds. You could instantly see how much he benefited from LeBron being out there. Having Reeves, Luka, and LeBron around him should create endless opportunities the rest of this season. This is the environment that Ayton has needed to showcase why he was a former top pick. Things just never worked out in Phoenix, and sometimes you just need to be in the right environment to finally kind of unlock yourself. And obviously he kind of bounced around the league after Phoenix, but this could be his new home. He is really starting to thrive, averaging over 16 points a game. Shout out to Ayton, and I'm definitely going to be talking about him a lot moving forward. He's going to be a key to what the Lakers can do at that center position. Austin Reeves finished the game with 26 points and 5 rebounds. He shot 7 for 11 from the field. Now with LeBron and Luka back, he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot less to be a creator. I think he's really going to have to adjust and become a shot maker, a spot-up shooter. I think Reeves is at a point in his career where he can figure out how to be effective no matter what his role is. This really is going to be a fun team to watch the rest of this season, because LeBron is now at a point in his career where there's nothing left to prove. It's all been done. So he's just out there flinging the ball around. He's not really trying to force his way into what the Lakers have been doing because it's been working so well. But the way he integrated himself into the offense in that second half was so seamless. The crowd of people that said LeBron was going to make this team worse is awfully quiet right now. I don't know what people expected. He's the greatest basketball mind of all time, in my opinion, and he had a month to sit on the sidelines and watch this team play, so you had to know he was going to figure out how to fit his play style into this offense. And LeBron honestly just looks happier when he is able to distribute the ball around as a passer. He always has strived to make his teammates better. That's how he was able to carry that 2018 Cavs team all the way to the finals. He got Timothy Mozgov a $70 million contract. And if LeBron is really able to become that Swiss Army knife for the Lakers this season, a guy who can do whatever you need, that's when this team becomes dangerous when you look at them in the West and stack them up to teams like OKC, the Warriors, and the Nuggets. With Luka playing at the level that he is, LeBron can honestly play 20 to 25 minutes a game throughout the rest of this regular season. Honestly, I would prefer it to be that way because then Jared Vanderbilt can at least get some minutes. I hate to see him completely out of the rotation, even though you could sense things were heading that way. But yeah, getting back to Luka, I know LeBron's return was the story of the night, but if a few shots did not rim out, he easily would have had a 40-point double-double, and Luka is the reason why the Lakers have such a high ceiling. Following this game, LeBron made some comments to the media kind of clowning what people have said about him not being able to fit in with this team because of how much time he missed. He basically said he can play with anyone and how ridiculous it is that people doubted him. The spacing was so good with Brown on the floor. The role players had so many more opportunities. This is a top 5 team in the league now, and things are only getting started. And kind of going back to the 2020 Lakers in the bubble, I know that was a different team with prime Anthony Davis as the centerpiece, but LeBron was mainly a passer on that team and the Lakers won it all. Obviously, as I talked about, 2018 LeBron was the greatest player at almost every phase of the game, but he still was a pass-first guy and led Timothy Mozgov and George Hill to the finals. When LeBron is able to almost play point guard and be a Swiss Army knife, that is when he is helping his team the most. Following this game, here's what JJ Redick had to say about LeBron's return and also the win.
There was that stretch to start the fourth quarter, and I think in about 5 minutes, LeBron had 6 assists and almost a 7th when DeAndre tipped it back in. What were you seeing from him as he kind of grew in comfort quickly in the game, and just the DeAndre and Luray reacting ahead and played with him before, right? He's kind of setting them up for buckets. What did you see from that, and how did that typify his night?
Just thought he played with the right spirit, very unselfish all night. Was a willing passer, didn't force it, took his drives and his shots when they were there. There's the defense is going to pay attention to him, particularly when he has the ball in the post, particularly when he's putting pressure on the rim. And I just thought he made a lot of great decisions tonight. Really good to have him back. And it was a weird, not a weird game, but it was a game that we kind of expected in terms of their movement and their shooting. This is a team that has scored over 150 points twice in the last 5 games going into tonight.
That's really all I got for this video. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point. Let me know what you guys thought about LeBron's first game back in the comments below. Do you think he can continue this moving forward? Do you think the Lakers are now a solidified top 5 team in the league? I'm very curious to hear all your opinions, and your support truly means the world. Until next time, I will see you all later.